Yes, I will see you through the smoking flames on the sun.
Infinitus hypergamous, which roughly translated from Latin to English stands for infinite hypergamy. Now we all know that hypergamy is always about a woman finding the man that can provide superior genes, an abundance of resources, and of course, a man that can be molded into a plow horse for the honey's daily plantation tending. In short, that right sucker that she can use as her personal husband. In fact, if you look up in the glossary section of the MGTOW website, I will put a link on for you to see. It states, and I quote, "Every woman's innate urge and willingness to sleep with a man of higher status than the one she's currently settling for, virtually guaranteeing that her boyfriend or husband is never her first choice." But however, I think hypergamy isn't discussed on the level that I find adequate. It is discussed, and rightly so, though I think in this area of hypergamy it can be touched upon a little bit better. In the above, I just stated what the definition of hypergamy is for women, but I think the pillar of hypergamy that is blatant and open in society for all men to see is not only how it's socially acceptable and even encouraged. Yes, it's practice, and it is an abominable practice, but the other aspect is how hypergamy is infinite. Yes, gentlemen, hypergamy is infinite and insatiable. It's no surprise that I come across this conclusion when doing research about the dangers in pairing up with a woman. Women are always wanting more and more. There's a void inside of them that can never be filled no matter how much money you spend, how much clothes you buy, how much dedication and energy you invest, and even how much you may satisfy her in the bedroom. Women are always looking for the BBD, or the bigger, better deal. When she finds the deal, she will cast you aside. It's not new to us. It's unfortunate, but it's the cold, hard, red pill truth that many of us have been burned one too many times have had to realize. And a lot of us have had to realize it the hard way, unfortunately. You see, it's not just average Joes that have to deal with it. The truth is, all men are incapable of satisfying a woman's urge, because of the infinite and ridiculous standards that men always have to compete with and tirelessly work towards in order to ensure she doesn't leave. It's not just us in the middle class. Men in high-paying, white-collar jobs also struggle with this. Everyday doctors, lawyers, and bankers also struggle. Hell, even high-profile celebrities like Jeremy Renner, Mel Gibson, Michael Jordan, and Johnny Depp. Even Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the world, wasn't able to keep his woman. She was able to divorce him and get a huge chunk of his money. It's really the man epiphany to wake up to and see this unfold right before our very eyes. Women have been brought up from birth to believe that she is the princess and that she deserves a handsome, heroic Prince Charming to come and save her and give her all the gifts her blackened and greedy heart could ever desire. It's only at the home, you see. After a long time of brainwashing to accept in her mind only what she is entitled to, it has barricaded her mind into believing some fantasy that speaks to the worst aspects of her psyche. It started from an early age when she started watching Disney princess movies like Cinderella, Snow White, and Sleeping Beauty. That I believe in that the seeds of greed were planted into her. The fact that her daddy and mommy spoiled her rotten throughout her life only sought to increase her already entitled mindset that she has been programmed with. When she reaches adulthood, she'll of course sleep around. She will be in relationships, but only as a stepping stone until she's able to zero in her crosshairs on the next man that comes her way. After that, she'll be sleeping with him and break up with you. The next victim will experience the same thing, as she branches from one guy to the next, to the next, to the next. Hence the phrase, infinitum hypergamous. So as men, we are faced with a dilemma that only we can overcome. Never mind trying to please them. Leave them to their own devices. Let the walls smash them to pieces. It's not all doom and gloom, and there's still a life of purpose to live for. There's still many things that you can accomplish. Stay focused on your goals, and here's some tips. 1. Stop multitasking. Instead of trying to do a million things at once, step back and tackle one task at a time. And while your inclination might be to start your day with busy work, like checking emails, and then move on to the harder things, you should try to get your brain moving by challenging yourself with a bigger, more creative endeavor first thing. 2. Block out your days. A good way to hold yourself accountable when it comes to quieting all the noise around you is to specifically block out time in your day. Maybe it's 30 minutes or an hour, to spend time on a given project. Color code your calendar or set a timer to make sure you are accomplishing the goal at hand. 3. Get your blood pumping. You can't focus if you're stuck inside and staring at a screen all day long. Turn off your computer and phone, and go for a walk for 20 minutes. The fresh air and the movement will clear your head. Also, make sure that you are drinking enough water and getting enough rest. 4. Help your technology help you. A platform like Rescue Time, a software that runs while you work and shows you how you are spending your day, could help you understand why something is taking longer to complete than it should. Options like cold turkey, freedom, and self-control block out the internet entirely to help keep you off your Twitter feed when you should be meeting deadlines. 5. Meditate. Get a recommendation or a yoga or meditation class, or even make it an office outing so everyone can get some time to quiet their minds. Or look online for a plethora of apps and platforms whose stock and trade is mindfulness, like Meditation Made Simple, Calm, and Headspace. For a slightly more of a monetary investment, you could look to a wearable tech like Think. That's spelled THYNC, a device that produces electrical impulses to help your brain decrease stress. 6. Change up what's in your headphones. While background noise might help block out a loud office or construction outside your window, you need to be careful with what you are listening to isn't distracting you even more. Music with lyrics can sap your focus from the task in front of you, so consider trying classical or electronic music instead, or use a playlist that is familiar to you so you aren't tempted to turn all your attention on to the new sound. Streamline your connection. Number 7. If you find that all of your focus gets trained on getting your inbox down to zero, think about how you can get yourself out from under a relentless deluge of mail. Ask yourself and your colleagues to think about whether this conversation would be most effective through email, on the phone, or in person. Taking 5 minutes to walk over someone else's workspace will save you the time and energy invested into a redundant email chain and clarify how you want to attack the problem more quickly. Number 8, last but definitely not least, find an environment with like-minded people. It's always good and healthy to surround yourself with people who share your values. Don't waste your time chasing the wrong crowd. It will only burn you out. Focus on building relationships and connections with people of good rapport. Also, live life abundantly. Don't chase women, under any circumstances, unless it pertains to your work, like getting a promotion. Remember, don't take hatred and anger out on females. It's not worth it. They are what they are. Be angry at society brainwashing you into believing the bullshit that women are not biologically different than men. They are very different. Men and women's brains are wired differently. By acknowledging this fact, you will have power and understanding where you are at. Hypergamy is encoded into the DNA of all females. Trying to reason with hypergamy is a fool's errand, like getting married. Just as the predator must survive, just as the lion must feed on the gazelle, just as the wolf feeds on the lamb, the predator reacts by feeding on the fruits and labor of men, that predator being hypergamous females. You can be equipped with the knowledge and survival, know how to weather the storm, and you too won't be a victim of hypergamous infinitus. That's all I have. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more content. Donate to my Patreon for more as well. Videos like these are made possible from donations because of viewers like you. Links will be inside the description below, and thank you.